Hello, friends. Welcome back to Football Manager 26. Welcome back to Monaco. We are here on October 26th. We have some matches to catch you up on. One match for you today against Toulouse, including the full debut of the man himself, Paul Pogba. He will be making his first start for this club. He's made a couple of appearances. We'll get into that, off the bench. But today is notable because we're going to be starting him for the first time, and it'll be his first appearance for us at home. So let's take a look at the recent results and where that leaves us in the standings in both the Champions League and Ligue 1. The first match was at home against Nice, who I had forgotten were really Monaco's arch rival, even more so than PSG in terms of proximity. We started off pretty early on with a go-ahead goal, but from Akliouche, that really nice takedown and finish. Then Balogun with a beautiful cross to Beereth, who was falling away. He's been excellent in the last few games as well, as expected. Put us up 2-0. Then late on in the second half, they got one back off of a really ugly-looking own goal. Mostly Eric Dyer's fault, but they gave the own goal to Hrdecki, unfortunately. So what ended up being a somewhat routine win, it felt kind of treacherous at the end. They seemed to have a lot of chances there towards the end, but we ended up coming away with the 3 points regardless. Unfortunately, this time not the clean sheet, but 3 points is 3 points, especially good to beat our arch rival. Next, we were on the road against Angers. We fell behind 1-0 very early thanks to that counterattacking over-the-top goal from Peter. We then equalized in the first half. Balogun dribbled it in. It kind of clattered around. Kamara took a couple of shots. It ended up at the feet of Zakaria, who had a clear lane to poke it into the goal. Then they took the lead again, still in the first half. Very dramatic. Very eventful first half as another kind of scrappy, bouncing, trying to clear the ball, not quite able to do it, goal for them. Then in the second half, we were able to equalize. Beereth with another back post header. That's kind of been his bread and butter for us. And then late on here, you can see it is the 93rd minute. Kamara over the top to Akliouche, takes it down first time, and then finds Beereth at the back post, who slams it home off the underside of the crossbar for the late winner. Can we watch that goal again? I mean, come on. This was unbelievable. I stood up and cheered when we scored this one. A little farther back here. We're going to have to watch. I don't even know how much. This is silly. But anyway, right here, Kamara, then over the top to Akliouche. First time with his weak foot. Beereth with the first time finish. A brace, including the match winner for Beereth. Really, really fun game, this one. Glad we were able to get the 3 points in the end. And as you can see, we really dominated on the XG, not so much on the possession, but we got the win in the end. Again, another close call, another 2 goals let in though. That's really not ideal for us. We got to figure out how to not surrender as many goals. Next up, we had Athletic Bilbao in the Champions League away. Started off with an early goal from Akliouche, again using his right foot. I'm pretty sure he's lefty, but maybe he's more two-footed than just strictly lefty. Anyway, they pretty quickly equalized. Really nice goal from Vesca. I loved seeing those kinds of goals in the match engine now. You never really saw those in previous editions of this game. That was a very realistic feeling goal to me. Then they took the lead again. The Williamses passed to each other, but it ended up at the feet of Berenguer, who then, put them into the lead 2-1. Then Enrique up the wing, and he just took it all the way himself. Slammed it home, and then it was really all downhill from there. Again, another 4 goals between the two teams, and then just a ball over the top, and Naki Williams gets in behind. Tilo Kerr not doing a good enough job in that particular instance, and then we were just going for it. We were trying to get the equalizer. We were putting all the guys forward, and they got a fourth. Nico Williams this time. So the Williamses really tore us apart in this one. A goal and an assist for Inaki, a goal and an assist for Nico, and then just a bad day in the office for us. Really, we didn't deserve anything from this match, as you can see from the match stats. As far as our league position goes, we're right where we would continue to expect to be. We've flirted with overtaking PSG at one point during we had the live result had us in first place, but as of now we are 5 points back with the game in hand, currently level with Marseille. Currently, you can see Biereth is the at least joint leading goal scorer in the league. Really like to see that. It's been pretty good so far. Some disappointing results, but really we're right where we want to be. And in the Champions League is a little bit of a different story. Bilbao are a good team, but not that good to beat us 4-2 so dominantly. We really have to. I think they're just a team that's really well set up to play against us. Perhaps we are down in 19th, 4 points from 3 matches. Really, probably should have had at least 5, maybe 7 from these first 3. Granted, 2 of them were on the road. But yeah, a win, a draw, and a loss for us so far in the Champions League. We have not yet entered the French Cup. We will enter the 9th round in a couple of months' time. We'll definitely come back for at least a French Cup game, I would imagine. Hopefully we get a slightly easier run. It would be nice to get some silverware this year, and the French Cup is really our only hope to do that. And that brings us to today. We are here at home against Toulouse, hopefully facing potentially our future goalie in Guillaume Restis, right? He's the Toulouse goalie. Would love to sign him as our long-term goalie, for this team. This is the lineup. As I said, Pogba's slotting into the team for the first time, at least in the starting 11. Zakaria on his side. Golovin, Akliouche, Balogun, Biereth, Enrique, Vanderson, Dyer, Moisa, and Fredecki. This is basically what I consider currently our best possible lineup. Before the last couple of matches, I would have said Kehrer should be in there, but every time that he's played, bad things have happened recently. It really felt like most of the goals against Bilbao were kind of his fault, and when I took him off, at halftime we played a lot better, or at least defensively. Granted, we didn't score, but this is what we're working with. I'm happy to give Moisa a chance. Dyer, I think, is just a better player than Kehrer, unfortunately, right now. Other than that, it's basically our full-strength lineup, so let's just get right into this. So there's all the nice faces for our team. This is what they're coming out with here, a 3-4-3. The league table, they are currently down in 11th, having only taken 9 points so far in the league this year. Nice pink jerseys for them. Nice away kits, I suppose. But we'll hope to dominate this one. We definitely need to bounce back after that last match, and that's what I told the team in the pre-match pep talk. We just need to improve. We need to play a lot better. Hopefully we can do that here. And hopefully Toulouse doesn't have a recipe to beat us anymore. Or now that Enrique gets it away, but only as far as... Is that Djibril Sidibe? That's crazy. Sidibe takes it forward, finds Donham, who somehow... That's a throw-in from this shot from there. That's just really not great from him. But the highlight continues from the deepest possible throw-in for us. Across to Hradecki, who has good skill to take that down. That made me nervous that he was not going to be able to handle that. He takes it long. He's good with his feet. Fortunately, that's going to end up in between our two defensive mids, and Pogba is just absolutely. I mean, he looks like he's got bricks for feet. Like, how is he getting dribbled around like that? That's we might need. He might not be able to operate as in a double pivot on his own, and especially if they're just going to get in so easily like that behind our back line. That's really not good. Do I have? What are our out of possession? No, I still have it as mid block. Those kind of line breaking runs have proven to be really powerful against us. We play a high line, and we just don't. Not even a high line, a standard line, and these teams just seem to be able to patiently wait and pick out a great pass that breaks the lines. As Moisa takes down Magri, definitely a foul, very possibly a yellow card. Yeah, a yellow card here in the 4th minute. That's really not good. Not sure what to do about that, honestly. I don't know what Moisa's doing there. Just let's see if we can get something good here. That's wide. I think Biereth took that shot. Not a great effort, really, as they are just dominating possession. I know that we're a little bit aggressive with the passes we try to make. We get caught off sides a ton. It feels like, at least, way more than our opposition do against us. And the long kicks just don't really work for us. I think that I probably need to. I have it just on balance, but it feels like we end up distributing long a lot more than we play out of the back, and we give away possession that way. So maybe I'll set it to distribute to the center backs here. But let's make sure that this is not a real highlight first. Enrique clears it away. That's just a throw in. Let's pause. Let's get to goalkeeper distribution. Center backs. Short. Try to play through the press a little bit. We can be expressive as well. And let's just drop it a little. Let's be a little bit more controlled here. As we have yet to really have a highlight going our way besides that one long effort from Biereth, which is still our only shot of this match, 17 minutes in. This has been quite disappointing from us offensively so far. Yeah, just nothing happening for us. Still no other shots. Getting some of the possession back, though, at least. Golovin takes it. Zakaria has it. Pogba over the top to Biereth, who actually gets onto the end of it this time. Back to Enrique. He sends the cross in. Akliush is at the back post. He doesn't get a head on it. Vanderson has it now. He crosses in again. Biereth, I mean, it's what he does. It's just what he does. The goalie came out, tried to get his hands on it, completely whiffed on it. Biereth knew exactly where the ball was coming, stayed where he was, and just calmly redirects this ball into the back of the net. Restis came out, and Biereth just straight in. I'm starting to think that a tall guy at the back post is going to be dominant in this edition of the game like it was last year. I think they had to sort of make it less effective, and it ended up having the effect that all of the headers were very harmless. Like all the highlights you saw, even on extended, were just like back post headers that weren't even close to being goals, and now they're a little bit more effective. And if you just have a decent crosser with a big guy against a fullback at the back post, you're gonna see a decent amount of goals. I wonder if that means that a back three, just having a third center back there, not even considering a tall fullback, if that's going to be something that can neutralize that threat a lot easier. Bo Lomadi takes the shot. Radecki just has to bat it away. That's exactly the role that we want Pogba in. Just that lone, well, the orchestrator, the quarterback out here. "33 minutes gone." I don't like Enrique being on the opposite side of the field taking corners. I feel like it leaves us vulnerable when he can't get back in time all the way across the field. Should probably figure that out. But I don't have... I've delegated control of the set pieces for now, just because I don't want to worry too much about it. But that could be something that I... If I play a second season and I really want to get more nitty-gritty with this save, maybe we'll consider doing that. Coming up to the end of the first half here. Hasn't been a highlight in quite a while, as you've seen. As this is going to come, hopefully, to an end with us still ahead. Although they've got the ball deep in our territory. Pass back to the center back, McKenzie. Cresswell. Boho. Caceres is going to send it in, and that looked like it was off the post. Might have been saved. Not sure what that was all about, but we will, as after this throw-in should just be the end of the half. We're still playing, and that'll do it. So we take the 1-0 lead into the dressing room for halftime. Not totally convincing, but especially in the possession wise, but we can build on it. We can try to make something happen in the second half. Second half starting. No substitutions, just some small tactical tweaks at the break. Liking what I'm seeing so far. A lot of the ball in their half. Although the first highlight after the restart starts with them in possession at least. Can't be sure it's their highlight just yet. But looks like it is. As we are somewhat slow to get back. Donham just dribbles around Zakaria, gets the shot away. Easy for Radecki to secure in the end. But yeah, just getting dribbled around. Leaving them way too much space and time, it feels like. Like we can score goals, but we just don't we don't smother, we don't stress teams out defensively. We give them a lot of room to do what they want to do, and then we rely on individual effort from our defense and our goalie to kind of save us. Especially, yeah, times like this where I just don't know how there's so much space to counter wide. I guess that's just the nature of playing with wingbacks. Maybe with the lead, we drop those guys back to fullbacks in possession. They're still wide, but they don't get as far forward. That might be a decent thing to do. How about that? I'm fine with it. Our midfield and our wingbacks are getting tired. Beereth is getting tired. We might have to make some subs here soon. Zakaria finds Pogba. Pogba has it. The guys are getting forward. Vanderson with his left foot into Akliouche. Balogun takes the shot, and it is just awful. Bad effort. Let's go ahead, and that's our cue to tell people to not do that again. Let's go a little bit lower tempo. And yeah, let's do that. The ball has not left play. There we go. Now the changes finally go into effect after all that. Like, it took like 5 minutes. All right. Quick pause. Make some changes. Let's get Teze. No, let's do Kamara. And we're gonna make you defensive mid instead. Moisa is going to not be a ball-playing center back. You are going to be a regular center back. And should I make another sub? Let's get Beereth off. Let's get Elena Kana on. That's all. Kamara has it. Finds Akliouche dropping back. Not the channels that I expect him to be in. Golovin with a nice piece of skill to get past his man, get it over the top to Elena Kana. And he finds Akliouche, who just, on the cutback, slams it into the back of the net. Nothing that Restis could do about that. See, that's what happens when there's a little bit of space in behind. Elena Kana doing his best Hugo Ekitike impression finds Akliouche. Slight deflection off of number 2 there for the 2-0 lead to us. Immediate highlight here. little back heel, cute to see. Completely unnecessary, but as Giro Sidibe has plenty of space out there, is he going to get a cross in? He does. Vanderson gets it away, only as far as Metali. Boho straight into Eric Dyer's face. Akliouche has it. Yeah, that was the highlight. One of the shots, I guess the shot that went into that went straight into Eric Dyer was the highlight there, I guess. That's great. Another period of just kind of controlled possession by us. No highlight in quite a while. We'll make a sub here soon. Probably bring in Teze. Vanderson's actually kind of fine. Maybe Moisa can come off just because he's looking... Well, he's booked. All right, on 80 minutes, let's do that. Let's bring off Akliush, bring in Minamino, bring off Moisa, bring in Salisu. Make no other changes, I think. I'm good with those. Maybe instead of that in possession, we can have a just a defensive mid. How about that? So one more guy hanging back just a touch. Harmlessly over the bar there. Although we are straight into another highlight potentially here. Vanderson out on the wing. Not going to get as far forward anymore, which is good. Minamino has it. Finds Zakaria, finds Golovin. Balogun has it. Minamino picks it up off of him. He takes the shot with his toe. Ends up over the net. One more change here. I'm going to move Eric Dyer up to replace Zakaria in midfield. Can I have you as a dropper there? You are going to be you're going to track back for me as well, and we got to get an actual defender in. We'll go with Kara now, and that's our 5th substitution. And why don't we just go to a Catenaccio in terms of our instructions? Formation stays the same, but we're gonna keep it Italian. Just try to not quite park the bus, but see the game out. Balogun with a nice bit of skill to get possession back there. The guy in the sweatpants who, I guess it's just getting subbed off. He changed it to his sweatsuit while still on the pitch. That's pretty funny. I know I should report that as a bug, but I think it's fun. There are some bugs in this game that are just harmless, you know? That's definitely one of them. Doesn't break immersion for me. It's not going to be something. I you know, those are the kinds of things that I hope are not the priority in terms of bugs that they need to fix, and I hope that you feel the same way. As pretty weak effort there by Elena Kena. Restus rolls it out, finds Cresswell, but that's the end of the highlight naturally. 3 minutes of added time here. We're just going to let that trickle away. Final 20 seconds. We're seeing this out. A really nice win. Finally keeping a clean sheet for the first time in quite a while. Possibly the first time since the match against Lorient before the last episode might have been the last one. And that'll do it for us. We get all 3 points today. Goals from Beerith and Golovin? No. Akliush, of course. And yeah, just not dominant, but pretty routine win, I would have to say. And we're back up within 2 points of PSG at the top of the table. Well, for us, it's second at the table. So that'll do it for us today. A nice little month, really, it has to be said, here in October. Just the one Champions League disappointment to Bilbao. But other than that, that win against Sporting, and then three league matches, three league wins against Nice, Angers, and Toulouse, to keep us up there at the top, towards the top of the table. We have one more match midweek against Nantes before it ticks over into November, which is a big one. We start off fairly easy, hopefully, with Paris FC. Then we have Arsenal away, Liverpool home, PSG home, all within 5 matches of each other with some league matches in between. Luckily, we have a little week off here in between Lens and Rennes. And then it's even December before the break is tough. OM away, which follows Napoli at home. So this is a tough run for us going into the end of the year. 3 Champions League matches, really 5 matches against Champions League quality opponents in Arsenal, Liverpool, PSG, Napoli, and Marseille. And then we come back just, casually with OL after the break. So a lot to look forward to. We'll see how far we get before we come back for the next episode. I hope to see you there. Please subscribe to be notified when that next episode comes out. Same time tomorrow. And comment for the algorithm helps out with the engagement, getting these videos recommended to more people so they show up when people are looking for FM26 content here in the early stages of the release, before the full release even. Just trying to get more views, trying to get more people to see these videos, and hopefully enjoy them as much as you are. So with that, I will leave you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.